Christmas to me, baby.
What is up, Joes? Welcome back to another video. So I got an interesting situation that came across, and it came to when I had to go and do the 500-mile service. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll save a little bit of money, not go to the dealer. So I looked around on Google for a place that had good reviews. I found a place. I'm not going to mention names in this video, but I went to that place and they said, oh, they're really, really busy. So, we'll have to call you back. We'll let you know when you can bring in your bike. I'm like, okay, cool. So they give me a call, they let me know when I can come in. So I, make arrangements, at work, I get my bike there, I ride down there, and I think I had to drop it off before work and then take an Uber. It was, just a lot going on. But I dropped off the bike, put the key in the lock, or the key lock box or whatever, and then they let me know, I think that same day, that it was ready to go. I'm like, great. I'm super busy, I couldn't make it that same day. So the next day I go down there, and I think the first thing that the guy says that is that yeah, your chain has a tight spot. And I knew that term. I've been riding for 20 years. And usually tight spots, they occur, when the chain is old and it's only been 500 miles. So I said to the guy, yeah, that makes sense. I thought that it was kind of tight right when I brought it home, and I was like, well, maybe it's tight because it's new or whatever. I didn't really think much of it, but I definitely thought it was too tight. And then I've been riding on it for 500 miles, so it's probably loosened up a little bit, but now it has a tight spot and a loose spot. So he's like, what you should do is go back to the dealer. Now it is a wear item, but it's like brand new bike. It shouldn't be doing that. The chain should last longer than 500 miles. So I'm like, okay, well, I got on the phone, I called the dealer, and they said that they were real busy. And I was like, well, my only day off is tomorrow. They're like, hold on a sec. And then the funny thing is, okay, yeah, I get it, you're busy. But then I said, well, my only day off is tomorrow. And then they call me back, or they get back to me and they're like, oh, we can take you tomorrow, 12:30. I'm like, okay, I'll bring it to you, 12:30. And they said, they'll look at it. So the next day, I go and drop off my bike there, but I'm basically gonna wait for it. So I go in there, and it looks like there's nothing going on. Nothing. There's hardly anybody there. It's almost like they just opened or something. So I go in there and go to the front desk and say, hey, I just bought this bike. When I bought it, I thought that the chain was a bit tight. I didn't really think anything of it, like I said, to the other guy. But I'm like, I just got the 500-mile service, and they, you know, did the service, and they noticed that the chain had a tight spot. Now this is where it kind of gets weird. It's like the mechanics in there were like, all new bikes have tight spots. I'm like, and you know, I'm not a mechanic, but why would another mechanic say, hey, this has got a tight spot in it? And I'm like, well, it's only 500 miles. It shouldn't have a tight spot already. And, you know, there's, you know, the other guy was like, the other guy at the other shop said they're gonna try to, you know, say it's a wear item. And then that's exactly what they said. They said, well, it's a wear item. I'm like, dude, it's 500 miles. It shouldn't be wearing out that quick. And I mean, it's like right from the beginning, I could tell that, you know, when you're riding, it has a tight spot. So like it's gonna be jerky. It's not smooth, you know? But I went back and forth with them and said, like, you know, they were like adamant about that, you know, it wasn't their fault or blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, it's brand freaking new. Just put a new chain on there. So finally, they go and say, hey, we'll look at it. So they looked at it, and then they just loosened it. So it still has a tight spot. And I'm kind of bothered. But see, I don't know who's you know, being truthful or who's just lazy or whatever. I mean, I think the other shop was, you know, trying to help me out, but it's like, then the dealer's like, well, did he do all these, you know, different things on the 500-mile service? I'm like, dude, you guys probably don't even do all that. But it kind of made me think, well, I looked at the receipt and didn't really say much. It just said oil change. But I mean, that's the main thing that you want to do is the oil change, I think. But it just kind of pissed me off that the dealer wasn't, I just bought this bike from you guys. I'm having an issue with it. You know, they did loosen it, which kind of made it better, but not really. It's like, I don't know. What do you guys think? In that situation, maybe you know about chains better than I do. You probably do. I know that when I wore out the chain, and it's, you know, been whatever, how many thousands of miles I put on it, yeah, you start to get a tight spot. But like when you have a new chain, it's smooth, you know, it's not jerky, because every time you go around that tight spot, it just jerks and jerks. You know, that's not enjoyable. It needs to be smooth and nice, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Did I get scammed? Or is that just the way that dealers are? They just don't want to serve their customers. You know, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And like, is that how chains are supposed to act when they're brand new? Only 500 miles. Do you guys think that maybe the guy just put it on there too tight and then it just prematurely created a tight spot? Well, I just wanted to get that off my chest. So hopefully you enjoyed the little story time. So be sure to Give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces. Look what found me. You found me. You found me. You found me at the Indian motorcycle dealer. You're funny. What? What? You want pets? Yeah. Yeah.